And Veterans Affairs will come to order. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Each member is acknowledging that they are attending the meeting via Zoom and that they are located in Wayne County, Michigan, unless otherwise stated when I call your name. Commissioner Kinlock,
Present.
Commissioner Killeen, Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Here.
Commissioner Kniezek,
Here.
Chair Scott,
Present.
you have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item, please.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I have no remarks at this time. Next item, please.
C, approval of the minutes from the April 7th, 2021 meeting.
Can I have a moved by Commissioner McCormick. Can I have support, please?
Support.
It's been moved and supported by Commissioner Kinlock. All in favor? Aye. Any opposes? Hearing none. Roll call attached. Next item, please.
Really quick, just for the record, Commissioner Killeen did just join the meeting.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. B, unfinished business. There is none listed. Item 1, under new business, discussion by Lisa Whitmore Davis, Director of the Senior Service Department.
Well, Mrs. Davis.
Good afternoon,
Good
Commissioner.
afternoon, Darylyn. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity to share. I am always happy to come before your committee. And today, I think I saw my Division Director, Joan Servakis, in the audience as well.
Hi, Joan.
She's probably muted. It's a pleasure to, Madam Chairman, it's a pleasure to bring you an update from the Senior Services Department. A lot has happened in the last couple of months, and we always welcome the opportunity to bring before the Commission some of the good things that our team is up to. In my tradition of my update, I'll give you an update on participants served. The week of May 3rd, we reported to ASA that we served 11,155 meals that week, and 656 meals served through the congregate drive-up component. As I mentioned in, I think almost the last time I spoke before your committee, but we were fortunate to be able to acquire new technology for our department. The primary purpose for that technology is to bring it up to speed. We were doing a lot of things by pen and paper. And we learned through the pandemic that is really a difficult way to manage our paperwork, as well as it provides us with additional accuracy in delivering these very important meals to older adults in Wayne County, and better accuracy in our reimbursement rates from the TSA. So we're really excited about that. And we've begun training all of the site managers and our volunteer staff. This technology rollout restructure is being rolled out in phases. So right now we're in phase 1, and we have a pilot sites where we're kind of getting all the bugs out before we roll it all the way out. And Canton is the location of our pilot site right now. And I got an update from one of our team members yesterday, and I'm really excited about what I'm hearing. And of course, when you're trying something new, you have to learn and go through the bumps. But luckily, by us taking this more metered approach around having a phased approach and a pilot site, that will allow us to have less bumps as we go forward. Another positive update, we're now delivering 2 days a week on Monday and Thursday. That provides us the ability to provide more fresh food elements, meaning cold chilled milk. That's something that, the seniors have shared with us that they miss when we used to deliver every day prior to the pandemic. Fruit, fresh fruit, oranges, bananas. I mean, those are important things to the supporting the nutritional needs of older adults. And on the Thursday, it is a chilled frozen meal versus it was cooked here in Detroit versus the purchased frozen food that we get that comes from our vendor, that comes from out of state. And we're really happy that this is a way for us to get back to some of the great menus that our team developed, that our seniors enjoyed and look forward to. And now they get to see the senior services team and volunteer team twice a week versus the once a week. Of course, still maintaining all COVID-19 safety protocols, and a lot of Joan, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we're at about 60% of our team is vaccinated at this point.
Great.
Thank you, Lisa. I haven't done a survey, but I think that's something we could add to the agenda for our meeting coming up next week with our site staff. I know our full-time staff, I believe it's like 80% of us
Okay.
for the office
Great.
staff, but we will survey the site staff for accuracy of those numbers.
Great. Thank you so much, Joan. So, but again, with us offering vaccinations to our site managers and volunteers, it's again a part of our team's efforts to make sure that we're safe and that we're safe in dealing with our Wayne County residents that we are pleased and honored to serve. Also, we are able to do a small expansion to our programs, meaning when I say expansion, our halal program, for example. I sent to you, Chairman Scott, and members of the commission received a flyer where we have now had the ability through funds that came from the TSA to expand our halal meal program. And when I say expansion, for example, our congregate meal components, we didn't serve a congregate meal program with the halal. And when I came in, I found that odd that we would serve the mainstream program with a congregate and a home delivered, but not do that in the halal program. And we've started that. We're at about 2 weeks out, and it's slow and incremental, but again, to have true inclusion and equity in servicing older adults in Wayne County, we're happy that we are now able to have that drive-up component congregate meal program with our halal, just like we have in our mainstream main program. But at that point, those are some of the burning and big developments in our department. And of course, we hope that eventually that we will one day be able to go back to maybe not our old normal, but a new normal that allows us to continue to have contact and programs with our older adults in Wayne County that we're pleased to serve. And that's the end of my update, Madam Chair.
Well, thank you so much. That's exciting. Yes. Thank you and Joan for giving us that information. Hi, Tim.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. As soon as I did that, I went, yep, I'm not on mute.
Okay. So do you have a question for
ma'am.
Mrs. Whitmore? No. Okay.
Nope. Great update, though.
Isn't it great? I
Yep.
tell you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. And I saw a letter that was handwritten from one of our seniors, and it was just exciting. Thank you so much for sending that to me.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Madam
and
Chair.
she was just so excited. Yes.
Yes.
And that just warms your heart when you know you're making a difference, you know. Yes. So again, thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions or remarks or anything for Mrs. Whitmore? Well, I guess not. I guess you have just did a fantastic job, and you did. And I truly do appreciate it. Did I just hear someone or not? No. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Whitmore, for that great update. And I look forward to hearing some more about this Canton site. Yes.
Absolutely. As we roll out, we will, I can provide additional updates as we roll out the technology platform.
Great. And it's glad to know that you're doing the halal foods too, with congregate meals, and that gives people an opportunity once we get away from this pandemic that they'll be able to congregate even, so.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Madam Chair, I do have
Yes.
one quick question.
Okay, go ahead, Tim.
Is the demand for halal meals growing?
Well, if I may, through the chair, Commissioner Colleen,
Sure.
in this first 2 weeks, we've had 5 new additions with our home delivered, and we have under 5 with the congregate, but we also realized when we began marketing this program, they were still in the Ramadan celebration time period. So
Yeah,
we're hoping now that that has ended, that we'll have an uptick in participation. Access is working closely with our site manager, Ms. Nabia Reeds. So we're hopeful that their efforts in sharing and the outreach that we're doing with our department will increase that congregate, but we have seen where we've added 5 new home delivered participants to the halal.
Excellent. And I was kind of asking historically too, like from 5 years ago, from 7 years ago, are we having more folks that need halal meals?
I would want to probably go back to our office and do some research and confer with my team before I respond.
Okay.
Unless Joan, you want to tackle it? Joan,
I'm just curious about trends. I'm not looking for exact numbers. I'm just curious about trends.
Through the
Sure,
chair, thank you, Lisa and Commissioner Colleen. There has been a slow increase in the participants for the halal meal program from 5 years ago. We are approaching or sometimes over the number of 70 currently, whereas several years ago, prior to that, the numbers were maybe in the 50s and 60s. It does stay pretty constant. It's pretty similar to our home delivered meal program. You have clients that come on at the same time that clients come off. So
yeah,
it kind of stays constant, but we have seen an increase from the past 5-7 years.
Okay, just trying to get a feel for the needs in the community out there. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much, Joan. All right. Any more questions or any comments? Hearing none, Madam Clerk.
Item 2, communication from Senior Services Department forwarding notification of an emergency procurement report for a contract with C-High Computer Products.
Okay. Is there anyone that wants to speak on this? I know this is new, some dollars that came from the CARES Act for the seniors.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Whitmore.
This is the technology that we are utilizing in this new rollout that I just spoke of. C-High is the organization that we purchased the tablets. And just to give a quick synopsis, those tablets, our volunteers utilize those to check off and check in when they've delivered home delivered meals, and it goes into the main software that we also purchased. So that way we have, again, more accuracy on when people are receive their meals, so that we don't miss individuals, and that if we do miss someone, it populates quickly versus through the paper reconciliation process that can take a week or longer, or when an individual will call and usher a complaint that they were omitted. But this purchase was utilizing CARES dollars, and there was a slow process in getting it done, even though, CARES dollars, we expended those before the end of last year. But before you now to get your approval to move this forward.
All right, thank you so much. I don't know, I believe this was a receive and file. Can I have a motion on this?
Madam Chair, move to receive and file.
Is there support?
Madam Chair, I had a question.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. For this emergency procurement, was there other contractors that were looked at for the tablets or for the software? For me, I guess I'm looking at this contractor being outside of Wayne counties. So I'm just wondering, what was the process in the procurement of this emergency?
All right.
I
Mrs.
may-
Whitmore or Joan, would you?
Yes. The Department of Technology was instrumental in assisting us in securing a vendor who could provide the specific tablets necessary that were compatible with the software we purchased as well. So through the IT department, they identified this local company. I know it's not Wayne County, however, it is local because of the nature of the technology and what has to be done. They were also willing to image all of the technology with the software, pick it up from downtown, deliver it back to them. So they were the best choice, considering what has to happen in order for this technology to be properly imaged and implemented.
Okay, and it is right here in Michigan in Rochester Hills.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and again, I'm just concerned that we, or not, I shouldn't say concerned, just really wanting to
See if there was
help
someone in
our-
Detroit.
our-
Is that what you were?
no, our Wayne County residents and businesses, to make sure that we're
Okay.
trying to support them. That's all. So I
Okay.
was just wondering, what was the process in selecting this this vendor?
All right. Is
But
there
thank
anyone
you.
on from IT? There isn't. Well, we probably can get an answer from IT on that at another time.
But I think Joan answered the question, and that they were the best vendor for this emergency situation. So, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joan. Anyone else? Any other questions?
Yeah, Madam Chair, Colleen.
Okay, go ahead, Colleen, please.
Thank you. Separate from this purchase, it's pretty obvious why we need it, and I think it's going to improve things. But with all of these emergency procurements that come to us as receive and file, we're not approving them under the emergency procurement. In all of the committees that I sit on, Commission Counsel has raised concerns about how that process of determining emergency purchase and going this way is done. So I would like to ask Commission Counsel, with this contract under the emergency procurement, do you have the same concerns that you've been raising in other committees?
Is Commission Counsel online?
I am Madam Chair. Through the chair,
Thank you so much.
Commissioner Kleen, yes. So with most of the emergency procurements, we're noticing the same issues with regards to dates And it's just, they don't have terms, so it's not clear when the services should start, when they should end, which also impacts when the services are authorized to be paid. And then you often notice that there aren't contract documents. And there is a policy that the procurement division has with regards to emergency procurements. And in that policy, and as confirmed by the director of purchasing, when you have services, there should be a contract document. And so they're not even following the internal policies that they do have with regards to contract documents. During the last committee, the director of procurement indicated that he would look at the date issue to see if they can address that. But if you look at the next item on your agenda, that tells you why dates are important, because in that instance, they did put a date and they needed a date because there was a license agreement. So we don't know what outstanding issues may go beyond the immediate purchase. And so it's really important for us to know when our liability ends, when the responsibility of the contractor ends and begins. So it's important to have dates in the contract documents.
Thank you, counsel, because one way you really get in trouble doing the public's business is missing I's being dotted and T's being crossed. And as counsel mentioned, I was in government ops earlier before this meeting, and I encouraged the chair of government ops to have a discussion item because I think something like emergency procurement falls under government operations, that we have a discussion item on our next agenda to get with the purchasing director and make sure, you know, we're just doing stuff all by the book and we're all on the same page. That being said, Madam Chair, I will move to receive and file this item.
Is there support?
Support.
It's been moved by Commissioner Killeen, supported by Mr. Kinlock. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposes? Any abstentions? Hearing none, motion is carried. Now we will go to the addenda.
Item 3 on the addenda, communication from Senior Services Department forwarding notification of an emergency procurement report for a contract with SharkBite Software Design.
Madam Chair, please see my previous comments and I'll move to receive and file.
All right, thank you. Is there
And I
support?
support and
Okay.
my same sentiments on this contract, except
Okay,
this is not in the state of Michigan.
no, this is in Florida. Mhm. Okay, all right. Since this is receive and file, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposes? Any abstentions? Hearing none, this motion is carried. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I don't know of any.
Yeah, hey, this is Kwesi Beswar. I've got one.
Oh, all right.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
Go ahead, Mr. Director.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, I just wanted to let all of you know, to tell your constituents that we have some Myers food vouchers to give to all honorably discharged veterans that reside in Wayne County. So I have a limited amount, but as long as they can produce a legible copy of their DD-214, that's their discharge paperwork, and proof that they reside in Wayne County, I can give them up to $250 in food vouchers to be used at Myers locations throughout Wayne County.
Okay, do you have a flyer on that?
I don't, but I can produce one for you.
Would you? Okay. And then we can get it out to, all the commissioners.
Will do. Yeah. So
Thank you so much. I didn't know you were on.
oh yeah, I was just observing, but we're just
Okay.
trying to make sure we help as many veterans as we can during this period. We're still getting an awful lot of veterans coming to our office. We make appointments and let them come in to get those services as well. So we're doing everything we can to help our veterans right now.
Quick question, Madam Chair, to the director.
Yes, go ahead.
You send me your contact information.
We'll
I
do.
had a veterans group, a couple of veterans group reach out to me regarding some issues they're having.
Primo, we'll do. There's not an income requirement for the vouchers. This is This is if they just send me their DD 214 driver's license, they live in Wayne County, and they have honorable discharge, and we'll go ahead and contact them and get that in the mail, or they can pick it up in person.
But they must have an honorable discharge.
They must have an honorable discharge.
Okay, all right.
Madam Chair,
Yes, go ahead, please.
Mr. Betsarai, is there any other requirements, you know, as far as need requirements?
No, not at this time. Based on the grant, there is no other requirement for that.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, I thought it was great too. So I didn't want to play I have a secret. I want to make sure I shared it with the public. And because we have a small amount, I know it's going to go fast now that we're publishing it. But we want to get it into our citizens' hands.
And what is that amount?
It could be up to $250 just based on how much we have. But
No, what was the total amount that we had to give?
$30,000.
Oh, okay, okay, great. Thank you.
So you know that won't last long in Wayne County once everybody gets started.
It will not, it will not. Thank
Okay.
you.
And this 30,000 is coming from where?
The grant that you approved, this the County Veteran Services Fund grant, it was roughly $165,000, and $30,000 of it is allocated for the food vouchers.
For the food. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
very good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Madam
right.
Chair, before we
Yeah.
leave this topic,
Sure, go right ahead.
thank you. Mr. Betsarai, if you make up a little flyer, can you send it to us in a format we can use on social media? Yeah, quick back of the envelope. It looks like this is maybe 200 people we can serve with this, depending on the amounts, or maybe 150, something like that. But I think it is good, even if we run out.
I want us to run out.
Huh?
I want us to run out.
Yeah, so do I, but I'm also thinking that even though we will probably have more people apply, I think it's important to let the general public in Wayne County know what the Veterans Office is doing, right? And other people see that, you know, because quite often, you know, people are just so unaware of what Wayne County government is doing and what we're offering to our citizens. So I think beyond getting it out directly to the seniors, I think it has other benefits to promoting this around too. So if you could send it to us, JPEG or some sort of social media format, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Is this just for seniors or for all
No,
veterans?
this is for all veterans.
All veterans, yes,
All
that's what I thought. Okay. All right, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Glad you were here. All right. Anyone else? Any questions for the director? Okay, hearing none. Next item.
Quick comment.
Is anyone on that has, make any comments online or on your phone? Is there anyone wishing to make a comment? Anyone online wishing to make a comment? Did you receive any emails or anything?
No, we have not
No.
received any
Oh,
emails.
all right. Thank you. Well, next item.
Adjournment.
Move adjournment.
Is there support for the
There
adjournment?
is support for that. Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you so much. All right, everyone have a great evening.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.